Welcome to your February Soul Session. I am Princess India if you are new, and if you are family, welcome back, my friend, and what's not, or whichever. So, we're going to be looking at an overall energy, okay, and a challenge for you guys, and then we're going to get into a more specific spread where we're looking at your situation a little bit more specifically. So let's go ahead and get started. Your first card out is your overall, and that is the 10 of Wands in that reverse. And my camera is just loving me today, and I love it back. So here's the thing, my wonderful Scorpios. In the month of February, the thing that is going to be of utmost importance to you is releasing all burdens, all things that are happening in your life, or things that you're fraternizing with that are not your true, real responsibility. I feel in a sense that you guys are taking on a lot of false responsibility from, different people, situations, and circumstances in your life at present. And I feel like it's bogging you down. And right now, the main thing that you guys need to be focused on is yourself. Because I feel like what it is that my Scorpios are going through at present, I don't necessarily feel it. I don't feel what you guys are going through singularly as an individual, like your personal self, your personal life. I don't really feel what you're going through is so much the issue. I feel it's like the other stuff that you're kind of taking on for other people is, not to say that, that your individual singular personal life is like problem free. I feel you guys have your own kind of challenges that are going on right now, but that's not what it is that's overwhelming you. It's all of the other stuff in accordance with what it is. Because I feel like you're kind of working at half mass, if I could say it that way. Whatever it is that you guys are focused on at present just for yourself is already kind of taken a lot out of you, and you focusing on or helping other people with what it is that they have going on is, it's taking you out almost, So the main overall energy for this month is for you to kind of lessen the load a little bit and refocus your energy back to yourself. Now your challenge, come on, camera. There we go. We have the 9 of Wands in the reverse. So, dude, legit, your your challenge this month, I would literally say it as self-care. There's a need to draw your energy back from whatever it is that you're sending it out to, and there's a need to kind of come home to self. And child, I don't know what is going on with this energy. I was just saying to Aries how I kept wanting to call them Cancer, and now I'm about to say to you guys, Scorpio, I keep wanting to call y'all Aries, and that is, I don't ever do that. This is so weird. But anyway, because especially now, like the way that I did all the readings, the order that they're in this month is based on, the views from last month. So I don't know what is going on with that. If there's connections, if there is connections, like if you're a Scorpio and you have Aries in your chart, like let me know in the comments, because this is the strangest thing. But anyway, but it's really drawing your energy back, because I feel this is kind of like a forewarning here a bit, because there's a lot of energy in the collective this month. I'm calling it an oppositional energy. I talked a lot about it in Taurus, which is your opposite sign. So you can always check that out for, your shadow aspects and whatnot. But anywho, there's this oppositional energy that is very pervasive through the collective. And what it is that I'm seeing with it is that it's kind of trying to bring people back to old habits, or it's trying to hit people in their Achilles heel. And I feel do I want to call it that? I wouldn't necessarily say codependency, Scorpio. I don't feel like that's the right word. It feels almost kind of like people pleasing in a bit. It's like people pleasing, or you having played the role a lot of like rescuing people or saving people from themselves. You know what I'm saying? But I feel it in a very tongue-in-cheek Scorpio kind of way. It's almost like, the people that you're helping, you feel like if you were to completely withdraw, like they can't help themselves, you know what I'm saying, type of deal. But they're like adults, so I'm not talking about like your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like this is literally like adults, but it almost feels almost as if like you feel like if you were to not be helping them, that almost stuff with their life would like fall apart or something like that. But I feel that you've shown up like this a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like standard to you to be helping these people out, and I feel like it could kind of blindside you where you're not really seeing how taxing this really is on you because you're used to taking on a lot. You're used to, kind of juggling a lot of things. But, I don't know if it's like an age thing because that's a conversation I have a lot now with my friends and stuff where I'm just like, you know, our workloads or all the stuff that we take on hasn't changed, but it's like we haven't yet come to the realization that we're not like, in our 20s anymore. And we don't have like 20-year-old level energy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we'll get frustrated with ourselves because it's like we're not producing the way that we feel like we should. But it's like in reality, it's like, homegirl, you're not 21 no more. You're trying to do 21-year-old things and you was not 21. But that's kind of like the vibe that I feel where it's you've gotten comfortable with playing this role and you haven't kind of accounted for the things that have changed. So it could literally be your age, or it could be the fact that you're married now, or the fact that you have kids now, or the fact that you went from just being an employee to being a manager, or you went from having a job to you now owning a business. It's like I feel something in you guys' lives has shifted, but you haven't really adjusted how it is that you're showing up and what it is that you're taking on in account of what it is that you have that is requiring more of you. You know what I'm saying? It's like not making that shift. So that's the big importance here. Scorpio, is with your challenge being the 9 of wands in the reverse, is needing to kind of draw your energy back, take care of yourself, and kind of reevaluate things a little bit, because it's kind of like a wake up call in the sense that now is not what it is that it used to be. Like things are different. And that's something very similar that I was saying to Aries. Now, your central energy, which is representing you all. Hot damn. All right, Scorpio. We have the 10 of the cuppies, your recent past. Ooh, maybe y'all did just get married, child. Okay. We have the lovers in this particular deck. It's courting. I like that. That's Gemini energy and whatnot or whatever. Yeah, some of you guys, dead ass Scorpio, some of you guys may have just gotten into a relationship. You may have gotten engaged. You may have gotten married, or literally started a family. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if I were to look at this outside of a romantical kind of context, this would be, you starting your spiritual journey. Well, I wouldn't even say starting it. This would more or less be like, you done been got woke, and now it's like you're embodying this in your day-to-day life type of deal. And in that case specifically, you did ass like stuff in your life has to change. Like you can't be doing the stuff that you used to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I could also see how this could be a business too. Now you're above energy, child, Scorpio. I'm starting to get a little jealous. I ain't got no Scorpio in my chart, child, except for y'all being my opposite sign as a Taurus. Can y'all see that? I think my camera's being nice. It's the 6 of sticks, which is the 6 of wands, your hidden influence. Child, yeah, you got some lessons to learn. We have the hanged man, that's Gullah Jack. Gullah Gullah Island. Y'all remember that show? And what to watch out for going forward. Child, yeah. We have the 5 of coins. And I don't really feel this as a money thing. I feel, well, I mean, child, never mind. My guys just stepped in. They was like, mm-mm. I was like, I don't really feel this as a money thing. Because I saw this more as emotional bankruptcy, but my guys are like, mm-mm. And I was like, oh. But the thing that they're telling me specifically with that, okay, Scorpio. So this is a very specific message. This ain't for everybody. This is funny. This got to be somebody guides that is friends with my guides, because I'm like the fact that it's like mm-mm. And the fact this is coming in so specifically. Okay, so this would be a Scorpio person, and it's one of 3 things that's happening here. But I feel with all the three scenarios, there is a romantic partnership. So whether you're married or you're living with someone, um it's either you just got married, not engaged, married, you're married and you just bought a house, or you just had a baby, right? And the thing that you've been doing, or the role that you've been playing specifically in your like family circle, is you're the person who gives everyone money, right? And not you and your partner, but specifically like just you. Like you are financially stable, but you're always helping people out. And this can even extend to like friends and stuff, where if you have friends they short on a light bill, or tire get flat or whatever, you're always the person that everyone calls, right? And where this becomes a financial thing is the adjustment that hasn't been made is your new lifestyle. So it's the fact that you have a new kid, that you're married. Um, that would be wild magnolia if all three of those was the same person. But let me know in the comments if it is. But anyway, but the thing that hasn't been accounted for is having a kid, getting married, because weddings are expensive, or purchasing your first home. It's like your dynamics financially have shifted in an epic way, especially with kids, child. Like, if you don't know, every parent spends at the very least, and I'm pretty sure that should be adjusted for inflation by now, because I became a parent 15 years ago, pretty much 16 years ago, about to be 16 years ago. And at the time, the average amount that a parent spends in your child's first year of life is 10 grand. But I'm pretty sure, the state of the economy in the last, 16 years, I'm pretty sure that's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, but so this is a major shift in your life. So your dynamics of your finances have shifted substantially. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost like your mindset hasn't shifted, or correction, it's not, well, I mean, your mindset need to shift anyway for your behavior to change, but I'm being told to say it in the context of your behavior hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying? Your circumstances, like your finances specifically, and that's just for those of you where this five of coins is speaking to a financial thing. Your financial circumstances have changed because of the marriage or the house or the baby, right? But your behavior towards people in your life have not. And I feel that there's almost, like I was saying, it's like that false responsibility. Like you feel responsible for these people. And okay, well, that makes perfect sense. Because I'm thinking in the concept, like, dang, that's a little jacked up. It's just like, they're so dumb. If I didn't help them, they'd be jacked. I was like, that's kind of, I don't want to say it like that. But it's not that. It's more or less in the sense of finances. And I can completely understand that. It's the thought of like, if I didn't help my auntie out, like it's cold outside, she might not have heat in her house. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where this can kind of teeter into like crippling people, because the thing is, Scorpio, if a person always knows that they can rely on you for something, they're never gonna have the get up and go to do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? They could have managed their money a little better this month, but if they have in the back of my mind like, well, if I do this with the money and I am a little short, I could always call Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? So I feel there's a need to kind of take a step back and see that, because this could end up being, because this is in the position of what to watch out for. Like in the thing like that came up for Aries, they had a whole warning. And I found out the date for it because I was seeing a warning showing up for them. And I mean, child, if your spouse is an Aries, then please go watch that. Okay. But anyway, but that's an interesting relationship combo. Okay, moving right along. But anyway, it's the 24th of February. I was saying the week of the 24th of February, the week of the full moon. it was something completely unexpected that's going to happen for them. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that in your chart, or if your partner is an Aries, I would definitely go check that out, because with this being in what to watch out for going forward, we're literally talking about the latter part of February going into March, and the 24th, there's only 4 days left in February after that. You know what I'm saying? So it could be like an unexpected expense. And if you, because I mean, how I'm seeing you guys coming into the month with this lovers and your 10 of cups and your 6 of wands, you're coming in smelling like roses. You know what I'm saying? Things are great. But with this hangman in the reverse being in your hidden influences, that says to me, like when I look at it with lessons and cycles, that says to me that there's 50% of a lesson that has been learned. There's another 50% of it that has not. You know what I'm saying? So this could be, and what I've been saying to a lot of the signs this month is literally like, this could be understanding a lesson on a superficial level. And what that looks like is, I understand what other people did, right? Like, I understand that there's people out there who take advantage of me, and I know to not let people take advantage of me, right? That's understanding the superficial 50% of the lesson. The other part of the lesson, right, which falls into the, subconscious blind spots or whatever of us, is, I'm a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? I have a savior complex. Not saying that that's what's going on with you guys, but it's like, I have a savior complex. I'm a people pleaser. This is why I draw people to me who take advantage of me, and I allow them to take advantage of me. So you see it 360 degrees, like how it is that our behaviors, our actions, our mindsets, our false core beliefs are, God bless the truth. Y'all better say bless me in the chat. I'm just kidding. Y'all don't have to. But anyway, but legit, it's like when we don't learn that other side of it, we can end up going into another circumstance and drawing that same, energy signature to us, but it's going to look differently. You know what I'm saying? And when you learn it 360 degrees, that's when you have like that true higher vantage point, and you overstand your situation as opposed to just understanding it, right? When you understand the lesson, that's when you have that 50% superficial understanding. Bad people in the world, they mess over you. Stay away from those people. I have boundaries, right? When you overstand the lesson, right? You're diving deeper, and you're seeing how it is that we're contributing, how we're drawing in instances to us, how we're making choices to engage in this, and thus end up in the situations that we do. When we're not consciously aware, when we're not present in the moment, you know what I'm saying? When we're not intentional about our choices, we end up in situations like this 5 of coins in the reverse. Now, the other half of this that I was seeing was more or less, like emotional bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? And where I would see this in this context, especially if this is talking about, I would say this for a job too, whether this is talking about a romantical type of thing, or this is talking about a job, this is making sure that you're not overcompensating. You know what I'm saying? Which still falls into that arena of people pleasing, which is an interesting conversation to be having with Scorpios. But I'm seeing this energy of like overcompensating. It's like it's doing too much. And I mean, this can literally happen if you're excited to, be in a romantical connection with someone. And it's like, you feel like on top of the world because you have this person that, cares about you and stuff like that. But it's like you're not paying attention to the fact that there isn't reciprocity, because of course, we teach people how to treat us. And if we're always rescuing people, or we're always giving and not expecting anything in return, then, you fast forward thinking that you're giving and the person is going to reciprocate. And then you're sitting there like in debt because you're pouring all of your heart, soul, and everything into another person. and they've gotten comfortable with the fact of like, oh, Scorpio always does it for me, you know what I'm saying, and never asks for anything in return. And it's like, well, I kind of wanted some things in return, kind of wanted that, was hoping that you'd be like, oh, look at all these nice things that Scorpio does. Let me do a little something for Scorpio, right? And then you end up being resentful. So, and I even say this, and this is like a contrast type of thing. If you know that you have a history of people pleasing, you know what I'm saying, in past friendships, relationships, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or in your job, you have a history of taking on more work than you really need to, you know what I'm saying, and then you open up a business, right? And you're doing all the stuff yourself and not asking for help from any of the employees that work for you, you know what I'm saying, or you're in what is a healthy relationship now. It's like, oh, I'm not dating a bum anymore, right? And you end up falling right back into that same pattern of doing everything for the person and being like, oh no, that's fine, you don't have to do anything for me, you don't have to do anything for me, you don't have to do anything for me, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you keep an eye out for that. So the whole key, and this is for a lot of signs, is making sure that there's balance and reciprocity in everything that you're doing, whether we're talking about, business, work, or we're talking about romantic partnerships, or we're literally talking about finances. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, Scorpio, that's all I have for you. That has been your February soul session. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, I love your freaking face. And I will talk to you guys sooner than later, my friends. It's not going to be in the next soul session because this is the last one for today. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay.